Always knew like anything I'm doing early on is a stepping stone. With that mentality, I had a much bigger picture in my mind. I wanted to be a multimillionaire. I wanted to own a bunch of exotic cars, a big mansion. As a matter of fact, at age 15 or 16, I have to go find a picture. I drew a mansion with some palm trees in front of it and 2 Mercedes. Back then, I didn't know what the Ferrari is or Lamborghini.
Yeah.
I knew Mercedes, right?
Yeah.
So I drew 2 convertible Mercedes with palm trees. And I have to find that. It's somewhere in my attic probably.
That is unbelievable.
But so, you envision your dream where you want to be, and then your subconscious will take over. If you really put the effort, your subconscious will do the rest.
It will figure out the how.
Yeah, it's kind of like pouring water on top of the mountain. It'll find a way to get down, right? It may go straight, it may go turn left.
You got to pour the water.
You got to pour the water.
And most people don't, huh?
And to pour the water, you got to climb the mountain.
We both started hustling as entrepreneurs or trying to do something very young. And there's this thing on social media today. It's like, hey, don't worry about your 20s or your teens. You'll get around to it. And you may need to have patience those years, but you should be after it. Don't you agree with that?
100%. 100%. I think, what builds you, your mentality, your mindset, when you do that in your early teens or 20s, is a lot different than when you're 40 and 50 trying to do that. It's very, what do they call it? It's very tough to teach a dog new habits.
Yeah, right, an old dog, new tricks.
New tricks. So because, your mentality is built, developed, and then it's very difficult to change that at age 40, 50.
It is.
So it's very important early on, to try to challenge yourself, be like a sponge, always look up to meet new friends. If you find somebody that's had a successful business for 20 years, you like that business, find 3 other guys like him, and now you got 60 years worth of experience and you're still in your 20s.
I'm successful, some jobs now all of a sudden are beneath us. What I mean? And that's never been you.
No, and it shouldn't be for anybody that wants to be an entrepreneur, a business owner. You gotta do everything from, first of all, you gain the respect of all your employees.
Yes, 100%.
Right?
100%.
They see the boss is doing, anything in the company, right? And then second of all, it keeps you humble, because, the worst thing you want to get is become egotistic to a point where your ego takes the best of you.
So true.
And I've seen so many people fail.
So true.
Because they become so big, and then all of a sudden they think they're too big to fail, this, that, and then next thing you know, things change, and then they're stuck into that.
So true.
Your goal the whole time is like millions. I got to become a millionaire.
Oh yeah,
From day
that
one.
That mansion, palm trees, and those convertible cars.
Yeah,
that's
wow.
always been.
Would you say your home now is very similar to what you drew back then?
Very much. I have 11 palm trees in the house. King palm trees. It's double lot, huge curb appeal. And when you park those cars in front, it's just like that picture.
I love that.
Yeah.
Then let me ask you this. Were you writing down affirmations? Were you visualizing yourself? Were you writing down the goals? What did you do to ingrain it? Or was it just a mental thing that you
It was all mental. Although, the past 10 years, I've been writing my goals every day, daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. My goals, I actually have a spreadsheet I made 25 years ago of how much I'm going to be worth by the time I'm 67. I put all these numbers in there. If I make 10% a year, but this one house I have, I sell it, I buy 2 houses, and I use this formula, and it was really interesting. It's called the aftermath. And then there's another one, it's called actual aftermath. And I haven't done it for a few years, but for every year on January, I used to compare my actual aftermath with the aftermath I did many years ago to see if I'm on the right track.
Wow, that's incredible.
So, you have to keep your mind to stay on the right path. You have to constantly write your goals. You have to have some kind of
guide,
parameter
GPS.
guide. Exactly. Yeah.
You started the hustle at about 16, did you not?
How old were you? 14.
14. We'll go back. So what were you doing at 14?
So we moved to the 2-bedroom apartment, and then every time I took the trash out, I realized people leave stuff by the trash can. I'm like, why is this thing next to a dumpster? It's a nice chair and a table or a toaster. So I figured, hey, they probably bought a new one. They don't want it. So I would, haul those back to my patio.
You're kidding me.
No. And then by the weekend, we've had a full patio worth of furniture. And we got swap meet. We rented a space at swap meet across the street, which was Orange Coast College. And we started with 1 space, and then it turned out to be 3 spaces. I expanded my business. I was 14.
At 14?
Yeah. So I used to get up early in the morning, like 4 in the morning, and go to all the dumpsters and pick up stuff. I started with my own apartment complex where we used to rent.
Yeah.
And then I realized, hey, why don't we go over there, walk over to the next complex, and then hey, I was making $1,000 a month at 14 to 16 because I didn't have a work permit yet. So that was my first business. Picking it's cost of goods is free, right? So you pick up stuff and then sell at swap meet. The space I think was $10 a space to rent, so it's nothing.